We are live on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok to answer your questions. My name is John Ting. I practice immigration law in the United States to help you secure legal status to live and work in America legally. Hop on in. If you're just flipping through the live shows in general, if you have an immigration question, this is the channel. Okay. I want to point you in the right direction, share insights, and answer your questions. All right. So drop your question in the chat box. It's cool. Even if you ask like 10 other lawyers, 10 other live shows, that's all good. Happy to answer because I realize we all have slightly different ways to answer the question. There's been people who scheduled a strategy session with us for this fee, and looks like this on YouTube and Facebook. and I realized, we ask people like, "Hey, look, have you talked to a lawyer before?" Because we usually get a gut feeling you already talked to a lawyer, and that's completely fine. But what we want to make sure is that, if you already talked to like 5 lawyers, like, honestly, like, why'd you schedule with us, right? So we want to make sure, like, maybe there's a different fact or additional fact that we just didn't, may not have asked about, or we did ask. We want to understand. Um, and unfortunately, most of the time, for the other lawyers, really, there's additional questions that we did ask, that was helpful. There's been people who ended up allowing us, authorized our team to help them because some law firms, they're just not as thorough. I don't know what it is. It just seems strange to me. But anyways, so that's one of the reasons I have the live show, in case you might have some questions, because again, some people are like, you know what, that you didn't even get a chance to talk to a lawyer. We offer the meeting to speak to one of our attorneys, but obviously for this amount, reduced rate, pre-qualified meeting. This is with a client care specialist. That's a reduced rate for y'all on social media because, I want to provide value to you. You spent the time to hang out here. By the way, keep tapping the screen if you're on this particular one. Keep tapping until once we get to 500 taps, hearts, then I'll start answering your questions. More so then I can share information in the beginning of the show. So as always, I usually start the live show with 4 different ways that 4 different scenarios you definitely need to talk to a lawyer. Okay, as I'm sharing these 4 scenarios, I'll try to do it quicker. Keep tapping the screen, all right? Really appreciate that. All right, scenario number 1. If you get a request for evidence, and I see someone wants to join soon, so I'll get you on soon. Request for evidence. That's the first scenario. All right. You have 87 days or less to reply. And some of you might think like, oh, I gave USCIS sufficient marriage evidence or whatever it is. You're thinking, you just blow it over. No, you cannot blow it over. You cannot throw away that paper. That's your last chance, essentially. Okay. That is the opportunity. That is the government saying you literally need to provide us something or they're going to deny you. Okay. The second scenario is notice of intent to deny, kind of similar, but you have 30 days to reply. Okay. We just got one, I think, yesterday for a client. The client had shared some information that it appeared that there could be an issue that USCIS would need to interview. I mean, there was already interview for adjustment of status, but in some scenarios, we go in ahead in advance to file the waiver at the beginning of the case, but other scenarios you might not need to. Okay, because there's been many times where we thought, oh yeah, I mean, we could file a waiver, but we really think USCIS won't require one. And it turns out most of the time that has been true. So we save the client money, not only money from the government fees, but money on the government side, the USCIS fees. So, but that being said, we have resources in case USCIS does ask you for send a NOID saying, hey, you need to file this waiver. So, of course, we're happy to do that. You have 30 days or less to reply. 30 days or less. That's not much time, y'all. For a waiver case, most of our clients need sufficiently a lot more time, like 2+ months. They didn't send NOID to you or your attorney. Oh shoot. Okay. Fave for real on TikTok. Did you get it in the USCIS account? My USCIS account? Oh, well, I know it seems like that they're throw away your case, okay, but um oh, you don't have a USCIS. Well, we need to did you get the actual notice at least? So it sounds like you got the decision, right? You got the decision, but you didn't get or you got the denial letter, but you didn't get the NOID. That is strange, right? That can happen. We've heard of that. So, oh, you didn't get the decision either? So how did you find out? All right, we gotta get you on. Y'all keep tapping the screen if you don't mind. Screen if you don't mind on TikTok. If you're on YouTube, Facebook, if you appreciate the way I answer questions and share information, if you don't mind clicking to follow, subscribe, we greatly appreciate it. Or click the thumbs up. Okay. Um, I'm gonna be here for another 15 minutes. 15 minutes. What else I want to say? So by the time 30 days, you get the NOID, right? Assuming you get it on and the timing is exactly 30 days. But sometimes the mail gets too slow and you might have lost a week. And then by the time you try to find a lawyer that you can trust and you have these questions, right? Legitimate questions, you might have lost 1 to 2 weeks of time. Okay. That's another reason I'm on a live show. Okay. Point you in the right direction. I can't promise that we can take your case, but if you want us to even consider your case, you need to call us as soon as you get that RFE or as soon as you get that NOID. And the other scenario is if you get a denial letter, you need to contact us ASAP, or obviously any other lawyer, contact them ASAP. All right, because I don't know any lawyer that would accept your case if it's like 1 week left on the deadline. Okay. The other scenario is if you think your case is delayed, you just have a gut feeling your case is delayed, then you need to contact us also. You need to contact any law firm that handles mandamus lawsuits to sue them. USCIS, we sue USCIS, and we also sue the State Department for case delays, whether it's waiting for the decision after interview, visa issued, or waiting for the interview in general, okay? Fat for real, so yeah, we need to talk. Refiling is an option, but before refiling, let me see if you're trying to join here. Cordova, let's get Cordova on. Fat for real. I'm gonna invite you, but you're gonna be on deck. Cordova's first though. What's going on, Cordova? Thanks for joining.
Hey, John.
What's going on? What's
Can you
going
hear
on?
me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, so my wife, she got an appointment at the embassy.
Mhm.
And the embassy, they just sent me an email. They're requesting affidavit support for joint sponsor. And I tried to upload that, but because of, I think her appointment is closed on November, they don't allow me to put it. So is that
Yeah.
affect her or?
Yeah, that's normal. So Cordova just asked, or is tried to upload the financial document. I think you said the joint sponsor form or something. After you submit most of the documents, it closes out the portal, so you can't upload anything else. So the applicant will need to bring it to the interview. Okay. Could you hear me on that one, Cordova?
Okay, thank you, John.
Okay, good luck. Take care.
All
right. So anyway, that's an example. That's not really a tip. Like, well, I guess kind of, but for those who are going through the process, that's why it's better to have an attorney before everything's uploaded. All right, Fat for real. What's going on TikTok?
Okay, so I filed my cases 2023. I had an interview twice. They came to my house. They went to my husband's office where he works, and we have been waiting since 2024, only for me to receive mail from them this month on the 6th, telling me that they sent me an intent to deny May 26th, and I never replied to them. So they are telling me to leave the country in 30 days.
Oh, F them.
And I was using an attorney, and the attorney said he never received that mail. So he's now advising me that I should refile, that if I try to reopen the case, that they might not open it. And also it takes like 8 to 1 year, and they might also deny not to open it. So, and I'm still going to have to refile, and it's going to cost a lot of money. Why don't I just refile?
Okay, so we have what we've done. I don't know how you're gonna take this information. What we have done on some cases like this, okay, which is rare that we would not receive it. The notice is that we have, in another situation, it wasn't so much a notice. The case I'm remembering right now, we mailed the RFE response, and then USCIS denied the case, and we thought, what the heck's going on? Like, they didn't acknowledge what we sent in. And then what's it called? It turns out they denied it, thinking that they didn't receive the RFE, but we have the tracking number by mail. And so we call that nunc pro tunc. Okay, so what we have, attorneys I know, we have an association called Immigration Lawyers Association, American Immigration, AILA, okay, we call it. And so we have the contact information of certain offices. And so we were able to get in contact with the appropriate person. I think it was a Kansas City field office, and they reopened within 24 hours and approved the next day. Okay. So I don't know what they asked for in your NOID. Maybe the denial letter mentioned it.
Yes, what they asked for was what they already have. Like the leasing, that is our lease, and then our joint accounts. What else did they ask? Everything they asked for, they already have it when we went to the interview. And also pictures. They were asking the same thing they already have. That is the part I don't understand.
Well, I'm sure it sounds like they probably asked for something specific. Anything else? Do you remember?
Yeah, they also asked for a joint pass, which they don't have the new one, which is the one for 2023 and 2024. I think that's the only one they don't have, because as at the time we went for the interview 2024, we didn't have the tax then.
The tax return. Okay.
Yeah, the tax return then.
So that sounds like they could have misplaced it. Now, I've had one time in my career where they asked in the RFE a copy of the entry stamp, and we thought, what the heck? We scan everything, and we checked the our file PDF, the scanned PDF, and we did provide it. So there can be times when USCIS somehow misplaces it, maybe in the mailroom, the clerk, whoever didn't scan everything. I know it's crazy, but just something to consider. So that's the thing. Which is what location is yours? Field office?
It's in Dallas, Texas.
Okay, so I mean, I used to be in Dallas, so I have some contacts. We could try to get it reopened without having to. Well, when was it denied?
That was on the 6th of this month.
This month? Okay.
Yes.
So can you contact my team? The number right up here, because
yes, I can.
Yeah, I don't. We have a mindset, a framework of being proactive, right? Overall, but also how can we try to help you avoid paying more money, right, to the USCIS? All right, so my team will set you up for a meeting, and then we can see if you want to, right? Obviously, unless you want to refile the completely, But I think it's worth. There are several scenarios with immigration to get it reopened without filing the formal document. Okay. All right. So screenshot this number right here.
Yes, I
Okay.
just did.
Take care.
You.
Bye-bye. Another good example. I see a lot of questions. A lot of people want to join live. Thank you so much. Keep tapping the screen if you don't mind. If you appreciate the way I answer information or share information and answer questions for y'all. Here's the thing. The other scenario where people tend to give up, unfortunately, is online. You see when it's for someone abroad, it says visa refused. And you must be thinking, God damn, you waited all these years, and then come just like that, the future could change, right? Don't fucking give up. I think this is why people don't like me cursing here. But I want to emphasize that because there have been several scenarios where we've been able to overturn the decision of an officer. Now, look, I'm not buying them candy, right? Like, I'm giving them legal, factual, the case law, right, and the facts, the correct facts, so they change their decision. Now, obviously, if you don't have that kind of scenario, you don't have the case case law to support your situation, or you don't have the facts, then we're not gonna offer you a quote. Okay. So I hope that gives you an idea. All right. Thank you so much for your questions. If you don't mind, keep tapping the screen if you don't mind. That really helps the channel. You don't have to send me a gift or anything. Either tap or then click on copy the link, or what do you call it? Share the link, share the channel. So let's get the next person on. DJ Magnamix. Are we gonna get some music here? Let's go, DJ.
Yes, hello, sir.
What's going on, DJ?
We here try to survive. I just called you, and I'm always watching you.
Thank you.
And I got some questions to ask you.
Sure.
All right. So I've been to my interview for N400. So this month, this was in October 1st. So, but I've been to the immigration. I'm living in North Florida. I've been to the immigration in Oakland Park. But so when I was there, so I can say this interview, I killed it in a few seconds. So for my civic test, for writing, for reading, so I passed everything in a second. But they was asking me for some paper. I give all the paper. Only one I was missing. So the 1040, the transcript. And then so they was telling me to send it to them.
Okay.
But the time I'm left the immigration, and then so I go to the IRS to get that paper, to send it to them, but they give me a proof I passed my test.
Okay, that's good.
This paper, they was waiting for me. The time I'm get out to the IRS, they send me another interview for next month.
They send you for a second interview?
Yeah.
All right. So you're saying you got, if I can repeat a couple facts to make sure, you got a piece of paper saying you passed the English and civics test?
English and writing and the government test, everything.
Okay. And then they mentioned the 1040 tax form. Why did they need that?
Sir.
Do they have some information, or did you share that like you owe IRS some money?
So I was owed IRS some money, but I was doing a payment plan.
Okay.
I even go to immigration with that paper.
You gave them the payment plan paperwork already?
No, I didn't give it to them yet.
Okay.
I didn't send it to the application.
Okay. Yeah, they'll need that one. Okay, get that ready.
But did you think so when I'm back to the IRS, when I'm back to the immigration, they're gonna start over with me, or
What do you mean start over with you? Like the whole test and all that? No, if you already passed the test, you're not gonna do the test again.
Yeah, because they give me a paper to show when I get there, I passed the test.
No, that's good. Yeah, that's good. I'm surprised they scheduled you for a second interview though, for something like that, instead of just sending it in.
Even the person who was helping me to fill that paper surprises. Because the officer was telling me, so I do a great job because I'm not from this country. I applied my N400 in 3 years. Because you have to wait for 5 years because I'm living with my wife. I don't wait for 5 years. I just applied that in 2 years. But even the officer, he was surprised. He said, so you know, I'm long time living in the state. I'm living here. I got 6 years living in the state. He said, he never seen that before.
Wait, and you're currently married to that spouse who sponsored you?
Yeah, we live
okay.
together. She live there with me.
Okay. Well, sounds like
next one too, I'm gonna go there with her. Because you know, if you're with your wife, so after 2 years you can fill your
N400. Right. 2 years and 9 years. 2 years and 9 months.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's why I'm gonna go there with her because so we don't have 5 years married yet. It's 3 years.
Right, 3 years. Yeah, she doesn't have to go, but I mean, if she's got time, sure. But you already had the interview. That's weird.
Yeah, but I want to tell the IRS what did I do before I go? I pay all the money I owe the IRS. Now I don't hold them. They owe me now.
Yeah. So okay, provide proof of that you paid it off, essentially. So $0 balance. Okay. But I don't know if I answered your question. Sounds like I'm more just agreeing with you. Do you have an actual question for me, or you just want to confirm that it's normal? I guess.
So what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take your account, and then so I have to back there like they asked me to come there like November 14th. I'm gonna take your number. Anything is happening, so I'm gonna texting you to let you know.
Okay. My team honestly might not know how to respond because if you're not a client, then, but I guess if you, but just save the information. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. In case something happens, then, but we always love to hear good news, especially on social media if you want to join. But I don't anticipate the other thing that's been new this year for everyone, not just you, but like sometimes in marriage interview cases, they ask the U.S. citizen, how did they get status? So I don't recommend you bringing your spouse. Maybe she could just wait in the lobby because it's for citizenship. Only you need to be in that room. Okay.
Yeah, no, because I know she's gonna wait in the lobby because sometimes they're asking you, so who come with you?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, that's very nice. All right, DJ, play some music for us next time when you join.
All right, no problem.
Where are you based? What city?
So North Florida. I'm in Florida.
Florida. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm just flying to play in Chicago.
Oh, you fly. Mm-hmm.
So a lot of place.
All right, sounds good. Send me a DM. We're gonna have a party some point.
Right.
Okay, bye. All right, y'all. It's not always doom and gloom, okay, guys? We get many approvals. We're very fortunate. I'm very fortunate for my team. I'm grateful for y'all. I guess that's the word I meant to say. I'm grateful for my own team to get the job done for y'all. Okay. It's not an easy job, as you could probably tell. It's not easy peasy as some people might think. Oh, it's just paperwork. Yeah. Well, clearly a lot of y'all have concerns. And I'm going to try my best to answer them. You answer your questions in the limited time that I have. You're welcome, Fab, for real. What's up, Picky Pirate? Now to the YouTube questions. Maria, what's up? Welcome back. Well, people who had ICE arrest and have a clean background in the past will show up on a background check for employment. Oh, will an ICE arrest itself show up? I don't know. I've never heard that actually. It depends. It might depend what kind of FOIA they ask for, a public information request. Because if it's state level, I would suspect that would not pop up. Let me see if I could find. Because what I'm thinking about is when people try to get expungements and what shows up. In Texas we call it non-disclosure, but that's more related for criminal cases. Let me see if something pops up. In the meantime, Daniel asked on YouTube, how are the N400 cases moving in Houston? Why are oath ceremony delayed in Houston? Yeah, I do feel that they are delayed in Houston. I don't want to just say it's because many people have been applying for N400. I felt it was actually delayed even before the shutdown. Okay. Which, by the way, someone recorded a video, and I was in, another conspiracy theory. It might be a coup. Okay. And strangely, it's with their own current president. Because sorry, I have to just share a little bit about politics here. When Congress is shut down, who else is active? Only the executive fucking branch. Okay. Something to consider. Okay. Anyways, Patty, if you're still on, have your friend contact our team. Depending on the situation, you said you have a friend who got deported and immigration told him he can't come back for 10 years. That could be true, especially if there's an aggravated felony or some other reason for a permanent bar, which, by the way, permanent bar doesn't mean permanently for life. I know that seems kind of that way, but it really is about actually waiting the actual 10 years and then filing certain documentation, the I-212, for example. But if it's something else doesn't trigger the permanent bar, then you can apply for the waiver, and so it waives the rest of the years up to 10 years. So you can come back sooner than the 10 years. So you know what? I need to create a chart for you guys. Hopefully you don't run into this situation, of course, but we're going to get Caleb on pretty soon. Okay, I see you, Caleb. Oh, speed up T visa. Okay, Sandy's question. How long after embassy interview 221G? They didn't ask you for any document, just said an APK passport back to you, King. Sue them. Absolutely. But you know what, Sandy, when was the interview? As much as I like to file after 6 months, I mean, we have filed these kind of lawsuits after 6 months after the interview. Sometimes it's pushback, sometimes it's worked. Okay. You're more likely it's going to work when it's 1 year from the interview. I know that's a long time. So as long as we're happy to file after six months after interview, as long as clients understand it is a possibility that you could get a motion dismissed from the U.S. Attorney's Office. Okay. Now we work with y'all on this. Like if we do have to refile the case like 6 more months later or a few more months later, we'll work with you on that, on the fees, right? But we cannot let the government hold your legal status on a hook. Okay, you cannot let them hold it up. All right, hope y'all doing well. Go ahead and I want to take a quick moment to share with y'all that we do sue USCIS and the State Department for case delays, whether it's the interview or decision. A lot of people have been waiting a long time, and some of you didn't know that Mandamus lawsuit is an option. I know many of you are also concerned, like, will this filing a lawsuit negatively affect your case? No. Filing lawsuit is your right to do that, okay? Just because you file a lawsuit does not mean your case will be denied. Your case will be, if your case were to be denied, it's because of your actual case. Whether, like, for example, marriage-based residency, and maybe you didn't provide them proper documentation. I do remember there was at least one client that didn't tell us there was a site visit. And a site visit is fine. But it's about, we love to prepare y'all, at least give you some guidance as a courtesy when we help you file a lawsuit. It's like, hey, you had a site visit, you might want to prepare additional evidence together so that when the notice of intent or to deny or the RFE shows up, you're ready to respond to it. Okay. Some people don't want to share. Okay. You know, I know some of you don't want to share information to your own family, your mom, your dad, your spouse. But look, with Green Card Guys Law Group, can you just put us on another level so that at least you feel like you can share with us? All right. For us to adequately, appropriately represent you, or even if you have another lawyer, that's fine. Share as much information as possible with them. Okay. Please. For the love of God, you're paying them for a reason. Let's see here. Hi, Maria. I did answer your question, but you might have walked away for a second. I don't know is a short answer, Maria, on YouTube. Join my fan club on TikTok. I actually don't know what that does other than I can see the symbol next to your name. So thank you, Tadio Serrano, for... Oh, wait. Okay. Thank you for the heart on that one. Let's get Caleb on. Caleb 7's been waiting patiently. Thank you. Hey, Danny, what's up?
Hello.
Hi, Caleb. Thanks for joining.
Hi, I have a question. So I am applicant for T visa. So
Yes,
I'm in
sir.
the process of T visa.
Yes.
I submit my case December last year, and so I am waiting 11 months. But I have my grandma in my country, my home country, and I think I need to take care of her. And for that, is it possible to expedite request for my T visa, or maybe to speed up my case to have the?
For specifics on that, you might have to talk to my team because this is more sensitive information with T visa. But you want to visit your mom, is what you said?
My grandma.
Your grandma,
because
okay.
All my family is here. My grandma is in my home country, and she's alone.
So that wouldn't be a sufficient reason to expedite. I'm actually not aware that expedite request is allowed for T visa application, but I know definitely not for the 485 application, but for I-130 at least and 765. But T visa does allow for you to apply for advanced parole. Did you look that up before?
That allow me to apply?
Yeah, advanced parole for T visa pending. Have you looked into that before? Maybe not. So if you need that link, we can email us and my team can share it with you. Okay, that's separate. 131 application is separate from the T visa, so you can't file it separately.
So I can apply for advanced parole when it's pending my T visa.
Right, when your T visa is pending.
But can I expedite to my case or no? Is it possible?
Will it deny your case? Is that what you're asking?
No, expedite my case.
No, that's two separate things. That's two separate things. Advanced parole is separate from expedite. They're not related. One thing is not going to affect the other. So, for example, if you get approved for advanced parole, that has no relation to if they're going to expedite your T visa application. Okay.
And my concern is about, is it possible to expedite or do expedite request for my T visa applicant?
So far, no. Not that I'm aware of. You're welcome, Daniel. But yeah, Caleb, if you want more information, then, because I feel like I'm repeating the same information, but if you need the link, we can send it to you, okay? Just email us, and you could do that in my profile picture.
Thank you.
Okay, good luck to you. I appreciate persons like Caleb asking these kind of travel questions because it would be devastating if a person had left the United States and then joined the live show from outside America asking this type of question. So I really appreciate it. You sometimes when it gets more detailed in terms of travel, it is helpful. I do recommend a scheduled meeting with my team. Which, by the way, if you do want to speak to an attorney directly, shout out to my attorneys on the team. That is this fee right here. If you want to speak with me directly, it is a bit more, okay, than what you see right there. Sorry, I'm pointing all these different ways because depending on the platform. I wish I could just have all in one. All right, so here's the other thing. All right, at least 5 people want to join. Thank you so much. I think the next person, Tadio Serrano, let's get you on. Hello, Serrano. What's going on?
I have a question. I do the application for military parole in place.
Okay.
Back on 2024, on April, I got fingerprints. And since the case it wasn't moved, I already do the request online, but I haven't heard anything. You don't have any idea or what I need to do.
Oh, can you repeat the question? Maybe I misunderstood.
I have my fingerprint in April last year.
2024. Okay.
Yeah, in the case there was a move from there.
What kind of case did you file? The military parole in place with only with the field office is where you filed it?
Military parole in place.
Uh-huh.
And I haven't heard anything. And I called InfoPass back on August, and they just told me the case still processing. I don't know if it's that normal or not.
Did you get a receipt notice?
No.
They
told me they're gonna send it an email, but I never received anything.
Huh. Well, the thing is, I wonder how they. Well, in general, the 131 for the military parole in place is very slow, and I think one of the reasons why is logistics. They don't have a workflow, no standard operating procedure, because usually these applications in general for immigration get sent to like a central office for very specific cases. But all these military parole in place is sent to your local office depending on where you live, right? So I don't think they should do that. But this is a good example of one of the ways the government doesn't care that it's slow. They don't have a reason to try to speed it up for you, unfortunately. I can share with you that, let me try to find my other client. For example, in Dallas, let me look up his name. His interview coming up very soon in 1 or 2 weeks. Let me see when we filed that 131. And I'm sorry, where was yours at located? City?
KCK. Kansas City, Missouri.
Oh, Kansas City? Okay. Oh, I thought it was pending longer, but this one does show we filed this one in August 19th this year. And we have an interview in a couple weeks. So, okay, that was pretty quick. But we also filed the I-130. So it just depends on strategy. Some people can file the I-130 at the same time. Or you can file it after the PIP is approved. It just depends on your financial budget too.
Okay.
Are you filing for one of your parents or?
No, my son is in the military.
Oh, your family. Okay.
Yeah, my son.
Well, let us know. Yeah, yours is pending on quite a while though. Okay.
Yeah. And I checked the processing time and website. They said 13 to 14 months, but I don't know if it's something I can do or something.
7 to 14 months. How many months?
No, 13. That's 14.
Oh, yours is way over that. It sounds suddenly.
Yeah.
And even then, it doesn't. Okay, let me check if it lets me pick the specific location. Right now, with the 131 advanced parole, technically it's advanced parole for this scenario. It doesn't even let me pick specific to what you said, Kansas City, but it does give me 14.5 months for the service center. But that's not even like accurate, because that's talking about the regular advanced parole, not the military parole in place. So
yeah, and I keep checking online on the account, and they just say processing on the normal time.
Yeah. And you didn't get a receipt notice? Oh. Did you mail it with tracking number?
Yeah, I got the receipt mail at the first one, but I don't have the receipt for my request I do.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, save our information in case you get tired of waiting more, and then because one way we could do first is to contact them locally, go through our channels. Since I think you've been waiting more than a year and a half, right? I think that's what you said.
Yeah.
So that's a bit too long. Again, like the one we filed in Dallas, that 2-month turnaround. Again, I can't promise that kind of quick turnaround for everyone. But they usually take at least a year, unfortunately.
Okay. So I still need to wait. Sounds like.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you said yours like a year and a half already, right? When did you file? Which month and year you filed again?
On February.
February 2024.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So talk to my team. Schedule a meeting. You could even do this one right here. This amount, less than a cup of coffee, because we could make sure have a time available to you. This is quick, right? On TikTok and social media. See if maybe the strategy just go ahead and file I-130, because I see in this case that I'm looking at, we ended up deciding to file I-130. So maybe that could speed it up. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, sir. All right. Hope everyone's doing good. I know there's a lot of people who want to join live. In the meantime, if you're new here, put the number 1 in the chat box if you don't mind. Welcome to greencardguys.tv. And let me answer some questions on YouTube. Trying to switch back and forth here. Sandy, yeah, that is ridiculous. How long you been waiting, Sandy? David Chico's, your cousin will be a sponsor. Yep, that's fine. By the way, if you need a joint sponsor, it could be anyone. You don't even have to know them. Well, of course, you need to know them somehow, but you need to. They could be, as long as they're a resident or a U.S. citizen, and obviously provide you the financial documents you need and sign off on that form. Your cousin gets paid in California for caring for her mother-in-law. She filed taxes but didn't have to pay any taxes because of in-house tax code. Oh, that's nice. She made $75K. Can she be your sponsor even though she didn't pay any taxes? As far as I know, it doesn't matter if she paid if she had tax liable. She was liable for any taxes as long as her income is sufficient. Okay, based on the calculation. So anyway, this is a good example of one of the I don't want to call it random, but one of the nuances that we help with for our clients. Do the calculation, make sure, especially when it's a joint sponsor. Let's see here. By the way, y'all, if you have a gut feeling your case is delayed any step of the way, if your case is delayed, your gut feeling tells you that, put the letter D in the comments for delayed. D for delayed. Okay, I want to get an idea like of the progress for y'all. Jason asked, how long should you wait to file mandamus for asylum interview? At least 4 years from the receipt date. I've been told, like, talked to an attorney in Maryland, and they wait 5 years out there, but minimum 4 years. Okay. Violet Sky, welcome back. Your petition for your fiance. Did my team member ever get back to you on that other question for you? Your fiance is currently in Jamaica and experiencing a hurricane. I'm sorry to hear that. Is it possible to expedite your case due to environmental hazards in the country? I mean, well, you should try. You never know. You should try. Expedite the 129F for the K visa. But you have to, if you have an online account, you have to write it down type it up in a Word document and then upload it to your My USCIS account. As far as I understand from last time I called, that I personally called USCIS, that they didn't accept it over the phone anymore. You have to upload it to your account, your request. So I know it sounds silly, but anytime you make a request like this, it's always helpful to provide proof. Even though, fortunately, I was looking at the news. I know about the hurricane, but some people who are reviewing your file might not know about the hurricane. So maybe put screenshot the link or screenshot the article with the link of the article. And more information in that sense is better. All right. Can I be your joint sponsor, Myra? Myra, what's going on with your homies? Myra. Hey guys. Is anyone a U.S. citizen or resident here? I have a couple clients here and there that need a joint sponsor. Violet Sky. Okay. Goodness gracious. If anyone is willing to be a joint sponsor, Please message Myra on the channel. Oh, Violet Sky. I don't remember your real name. I was just typing in Violet. Oh, didn't pull up. I know that's not your name, though. I remember that part. Okay. Oh, you found someone. Okay, that's good, Myra. Okay, let me scroll up. Hey, what's up, Lucy? If you're still on. Patty, I hope you got my answer earlier. Okay, I think we're on the Pearly Gray. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. You have a great day too, Pearly. Spades on TikTok. What if someone's wife is in the U.S. illegally? Can the person's family still file for him and his kid? Oh, you mean like both parents are undocumented? I mean, parents of an adult child can have a petition, for example, but like uncle, grandparent, auntie, no. So there are. I know some more people want to join live. So next person is closed caption. Then after closed caption is becoming our purpose 11. Okay, sorry I was slow. So maybe that person not live anymore. Then let's get becoming our purpose 11 on. Thank you so much for your patience.
Hello.
Hi. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good, thanks. How can I help you? Sorry, that's my
Okay,
dog.
my question is, I've been waiting for the removal of conditions since 2022, and my extension is gonna be due on January of 2026. I haven't received anything else, and I also lost my green card with my social security. So what should I do?
You lost your green card?
The actual card. Yeah.
You filed the remove condition 2022. Are you asking this because you're thinking to travel?
Well, I'm asking this because if I get detained and I don't have how to prove that I'm legal
Yeah.
here.
So, well, your last. Do you have the receipt notice that you filed the remove conditions?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So you want to schedule what we call an info pass appointment with the local field USCIS office to get a stamp in your passport. We call it 551 stamp. Okay.
How do I do it?
You got to call a 1-800. I memorized the number. You gotta.
Okay, 1-800.
375.
Sorry.
375.
Yep.
5283. I am not a USCIS spokesperson, but that is the number. Let me Google to make sure to match it up. Yep, I got it right. Okay.
Okay, I contact them and say that I need a stamp on my passport.
That you tell them that you need that you can. The only way they will give you a stamp typically is if you're about to travel. But you could try to tell them. I've never tried this way. If someone lost their status or lost their card, but that is the truth. So maybe you could try that way. So you need proof that you have residency. So ask them for the 551 stamp. 551 is basically the card number, the green card number, just like a form essentially. So we just call it 551 stamp. They'll know exactly what you're talking about. And so typically,
and what about my status?
Oh yeah, well that's the big question. That's another big question. You filed in 2022. How did you get your status? Through your spouse?
Yeah, I'm still married.
U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Have you filed to become citizen yourself?
No.
Are you interested?
I'm trying to avoid that so far.
Are you trying to avoid that? Okay. All right. Well, that's really the only way right now to make it faster. 3 to 4 to 5, because you're already past that 3 year, 2 years and 9 months.
Yeah.
Right, you're eligible. So yeah, these cases unfortunately do take about 2 to 4 years, the range for this without.
So it's gonna be 4 years.
Yeah, which is surprising because with all this enforcement, you would think they want to double check if there's a legitimate marriage, but but no, they know they're wasting their time if they focus on these cases because you already got approved the first time. But yeah, applying to become a citizen is the way to go. I recommend. But if you don't want to, that's your choice. Okay.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Okay. Take care. Good luck. I wonder why she doesn't want to become a U.S. citizen. What's going on? What's going on in her country that's better? Let us know. Is the grass greener somewhere else? Don't hide the truth. All right, just messing. All right, so the next person is Mara, then Navi, and then Verns. All right, y'all, please tap the screen if you don't mind. That really helps the channel. What's all going on, Mara?
Hello, good morning or good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So I do have a question. I went to a green card interview last year, April, and I received like a descheduled cancellation notice for interview like October 22. So I'm wondering. So I'm just wondering, what is that? Is it normal?
Yeah, it's normal. Unfortunately, it might not seem like it's normal, but it happens. You're definitely not the only one. They could have overbooked, or just an officer is no longer working that day.
Oh, so basically it said like a cancellation.
That doesn't mean your case is canceled.
Oh, okay. So that means the interview was canceled.
Yeah, that's right. So your case is still ongoing. It is a frustrating process. We have clients that the interview is rescheduled like a month later, and some we're still waiting.
Okay, but the question is, I did attend the interview last year.
Oh, you did have an interview.
Yes, so I attended the interview on September 26th. Last year, 2024, and I received like a cancellation notice October 2025.
Yeah, just chalk it up as a glitch.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, even we had a case this summer, had the first interview like in May, and then it was they had the interview, and then it was scheduled for a second interview. And typically, when there's a second interview, we all know, attorneys know, it's a Stokes interview, meaning they're going to separate you to different rooms. But and even that officer's like, that person said that she doesn't know why. There's nothing in the notes system that makes it seem like my clients should have been separated. So it ended up being together. So my point is, things can happen in the notes or in the like the processing that doesn't make sense. And some officers don't know either. So, but you've been waiting. When did you file the case though?
I filed April 1st.
2024?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, that's I think a year and a half already. So you might want to talk to my team about a Mandamus lawsuit. Unfortunately, that's where the last step.
And how can I get the number?
Right above my head, in the black and yellow.
Okay.
All right, take a screenshot. Thank you, Mara.
All right, thank you very much.
Which, by the way, if anyone's interested in any resources, our website has the complimentary guides. I have a Mandamus complimentary guide on the link. YouTube and Facebook is down below, description box, or TikTok. It's in the profile picture area, whatever people call that. Thank you, Project X. And 12, you got the stamp as well? Okay, great. All right. Someone said... just make sure I know there's a couple of people I may have missed. Pretty Queen, you have a court day 2027. You approved for your green card? You're approved 45? Okay, Pretty Queen, let's see if I can invite you to the channel. Will this work? Oh, no. In the meantime, we'll answer other person. Well, can you try to invite yourself? Let's see. In the meantime, let me get Navi, and then on deck is Vern's British. Hello, Navi. Welcome back.
Yes, sir. I think.
Good, good. Did your petition get approved yet?
No, it was not a petition. Actually, it was State Department not giving me appointment.
Oh, State Department. Okay.
Yeah, State Department.
Mm-hmm.
So, 11 months down now. Can you please tell me a little bit of Mandamus, SSL 11, State of Ohio, how this works?
You're in a state. It's Ohio, where your wife is located, spouse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we both here. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You're still in America, don't you? Well, what's the situation? Don't you?
The situation was.
You have an F1. Is that why you're still here?
No. I'll give you a little bit of backstory. Married with a U.S. citizen, filed I-130, then filed 601A waiver.
Oh, okay.
So I still was a removal proceeding. So went back to court, termination my case. Judge gives me a voluntary departure, which is 4 months.
Oh, right.
I'm trying to get my appointment before I have to leave the country. So the good thing happened. We asked the judge for one more continue if he can give me more time. He agreed and he gives me more time.
Oh,
so
okay, good.
Yeah, I can stay with my wife here and not be separated because State Department taking me a long time.
Right.
I'm documentary qualified for my immigrant visa 11 months now. So I know that Mandamus, I heard that is, you have to wait like a year to file Mandamus. For
this situation, yeah, we recommend that. Waiting for an interview.
I just want to be prepared. I think they're not going to give me an appointment in a month. So, how this work? Like, did you file it in the state of Ohio? Or did you file it with?
So we team up with. I have certification in specific courts, and so we would team up with an attorney in Ohio that we are aware of, that we have hired before, that work together. And so we streamline things so it's easier for y'all, for everyone who's watching. And yeah, follow lawsuit. Have you looked at our complimentary guide about Mandamus, or have you reviewed that?
I was researching it.
Okay.
All I'm finding is somebody advising me you file it in Washington because that's where State Department located. But I don't think that's true because I live in Ohio. So
yeah. Yeah, you could file. You could file in Washington D.C. I'm certified there too, but we try to. Most attorneys I know that do this, we try to avoid D.C. in general.
Oh, okay. They say state of Ohio is very tough to get an answer to Mandamus. So I'm a little confused. Where should I go? Should I go for Washington? Or should I stay in Ohio and do here in federal court?
Yeah, well, either way, I mean, we can help you out. Have you talked to my team about this?
I would. No, because my attorney don't do it, Mandamus.
Okay.
I know that you do it. That's why I want to talk
yeah.
about it.
Default, we avoid DC. So.
Okay, so you'd have to go straight of Ohio then.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the short answer is because U.S. attorneys try to move it out of DC anyway, so it's just wasting more time. Right, so might as well just go to the area that we know that we'll get it moving.
Okay, and when you file it, do they take many months too, or?
Generally, at least 2 months until a U.S. attorney will look at it, because 2 months, 60 days is when they have a responsibility to file an answer, and they typically don't file an answer, but if they do file something. We prefer it not to be a motion to dismiss. So that's why it's more about negotiation than what they file. Okay.
Yeah, because my congressman sucks too. I did inquiry with them 6 months ago and they keep saying that they did not get anything.
Come on, Navi. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
It's very rare that a congressperson, their office will do anything. And where are we at now? Government shut down, allegedly. Right? Like, I mean, obviously shut down, but so
you say that whatever going on in country, you think Congressman are gonna help you? And he was right. They did not help me.
No, they don't. I mean, that's worked for a couple of our clients, but it's very specific scenario, and it's usually not consular cases. Okay, yeah. They're not here, unfortunately.
So what I do now, like contact your team and like how this works?
Yeah, contact my team. They'll share the pricing, how we do things, and then so that when it does get to 12 months, then we're all ready to go, basically.
So you will be involved in this, or maybe someone else?
Yeah, it's a group effort with my team. Okay, I'm involved.
So are you going to do my mandamus, or someone on your team going to do it? That's what.
Yeah, it's the entire legal team, whoever's involved with the case. But I put my eyes on it. Yes, if that's what you're asking.
That's good.
Yeah.
Because I want to do.
Yeah, absolutely. But if you're asking, like, for just in general for anyone listening, like, but if you're asking me, will I be in the meeting? Probably not. If I'm in the meeting, then I can't do the live shows. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So, but put my eyes on it, yeah, absolutely, on the lawsuits. Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll call them and say that I was live with you and I talked to you.
Sure. Yeah, that sets you up with the meeting. Probably this one is sufficient. The pre-qualify with one of my client care specialists.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, Navi. Take care. Good luck. All right. So I appreciate everyone, like asking me if I'm going to be like involved, whatnot. My best use of my time is for y'all on social media. As weird as it might sound for me to say that, I went to law school to fight for people's rights, starting with court removal proceedings. But as time progressed, my team has grown, right? Over my career was 13 years already. Wow. It's crazy. This year alone already seems like 2 years. So, but that's why I like y'all to join the live shows, so I can like at least know I'm speaking to a human. You know what I mean? Not just the written out, not just the written out words here. But I do, obviously, of course, I supervise my team. Ultimately, we have meetings with the legal team Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and of course, if there's something more urgent, then we'll meet off the Monday, Wednesday, Friday, anytime. Okay. But I just want to share that so you have an idea of our process internally. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's get Vern's British, and then on deck is Miss Stokes. Hey, Tasha, what's up? And Myra, I'm going to put a comment for Jessica that you found a sponsor. Looks like that person hopped off on. Let's get Miss Stokes on. Okay, maybe that was on accident. J05, you filed VAWA. You filed VAWA in March 2025, but you still didn't get your receipt number yet. What the heck? March, and now it's almost November. Okay, so yeah, that is a problem. Okay, let me look that up too. Let me put that as a note. I need to have not received receipt notice. I try to input things like this when I want my team to do some research on this. See, because we do have a message board between other attorneys to see any irregularities. I think that's how you pronounce it. And I think this would be one of them. I have not received receipt notice since March 2025. Man, that's wild. Okay. Thank you for sharing that. For us, we do have an email that we can use to contact the field office directly. I mean, not the field office, I believe it's the Vermont Service Center or Nebraska Service Center, just to at least provide them the tracking number. So J05, did you send it with tracking number with USPS or UPS or FedEx? Okay, hope y'all are doing good. Today is Tuesday, October 28th. Who's ready for Halloween? I can't believe I didn't ask this earlier. Are anyone dressing up for Halloween? I feel like I am more likely to dress up for Halloween now that I have kids than before. It's kind of strange how it works. Does anyone hide their kids' candy from that night on Halloween? Did y'all do like the Jimmy Kimmel of hiding the candy? We did that last year. It was quite interesting. When filing for a minor, does a copy, you always do that, a copy of the birth certificate be used or original? For any kind of case, as when you submit mail out package for birth certificate, marriage certificate, we always provide a copy. Never provide the original. When you go to the interview, then you bring the original or certified, okay? Yeah, it's also weird because now that as an adult and homeowner, I find it, like it's kind of like, I don't know, I get this feeling like just want to like camaraderie, I guess you could say, with the neighbors, but not many people in my neighborhood go out and walk for candy. Maybe we're all health conscious. I don't know what it is. Anyway, let's see. Next question here. I'll make sure I didn't miss anyone here. Hey, what's up, Myra? The other Myra? Okay. So what are y'all dressing up as? My daughter wore my shirt that I wore last year. It's like what is it? Joy from the Inside Out movie, the Disney movie. She wore that last night. Let's see. Guess I need to come up with something different. Okay, so just a quick recap because oh shoot. I was supposed to meet a team member. Oh my God. All right. I'm gonna have to apologize to the team member. Okay. Well, I'm gonna hang out here for 5 more minutes. Just to circle back here on there's 4 different scenarios. At least 4 different scenarios where you need to contact an immigration attorney. It does not have to be us. But you need to talk to a lawyer. Okay, immigration lawyer. Now, I'm not talking about one of those like lawyers who also handle like criminal defense and something else. Like, look, I'm sure they're good attorneys too. But if you want a dedicated team that only focus on immigration, green card guys, we're here to help you. Okay, because the thing is, especially this year, as I'm sure you noticed, a lot of things have changed, more restrictive. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't file. You should still file as long as you're eligible, okay? Don't let this administration scare you. Okay, they're the big bad witch, basically, this administration. All right, so first scenario, RFE, request for evidence. Okay, you have 87 or less days to reply. That's actually not that much time. It's like almost 3 months, but it's really not that much time. And the second scenario is NOID, N-O-I-D, Notice of Intent to Deny. That is USCIS saying, look, buddy, we're about to deny you, but we're going to give you this one last chance. Okay? They're going to give you one last chance. So you have to reply to the RFE. You have to reply to NOID. If you don't reply to any of those, then you're done, skis. Okay? You're done. Your case is going to be denied. Okay? Because that is USCIS literally telling you that you need to file a response. Okay? And for NOID, for 30 days or less, look, you don't have time. You might be like playing Call of Duty or whatever game. Then all of a sudden you're like, oh, shoot, I got 1 week left. Yeah, that's why a law firm is helpful, to keep you on track. All right. I only mentioned Call of Duty because that's the only game I can think of when I was in the fraternity with the brothers. What else? But I never played. I don't know. Anyone drink Alani? By the way, got it from Costco. Gotta get a little boost. Hey, Alani, can you sponsor me? All right. What else to talk about? Oh, if you have a gut feeling your case is delayed, it likely is. Okay. You'll have hunches about certain things. Like if you have a kid, like you're sniffing something out, like something happened, right? You're usually on point. And I mentioned all these different scenarios because I feel bad when people contact us and we have this thorough conversation as if we were like FBI detectives really looking into your case facts, and we realize, well, shit, would have been good to know, like, 6 months ago, we could have done something. So I share all these so hopefully it resonates with you, or like you associate with it if that happens to you in the future. If not now, then you know when to contact an attorney. Okay. Again, it's our pleasure to help y'all if you need our services, but there's plenty of really good immigration attorneys out there. I'm friends with several of them. I don't know any bad immigration attorneys because I don't talk to them personally, unless you tell me about them. The fourth scenario: if your case is denied, please, for the love of God, out of all those scenarios, all of them, you need to talk to an attorney for the denial letter. Of course, you really need to talk for all the scenarios, but because there are some scenarios where it's better strategy to refile a case, and there's other scenarios where it's better to appeal it, or 290B, and then eventually to the Board of Immigration Appeals, depending on the situation. Okay. But where it does matter, even more so, that you need to contact attorney before the denial letter, well, hopefully you can avoid that, is if it's a marriage case. Because some of y'all get these RFE or NOID, and USCIS is basically almost alleging marriage fraud, or they did. And so if you wait and don't hire a lawyer for those scenarios, you're going to have a difficult road up ahead, okay, when it's denied. Because also when it's denied, you have 30 days to file that motion to reconsider or appeal, motion to reopen. Learning code on YouTube. Based on the current state of things, immigration going on, is it a good time to apply for parents? AOS. As long as they enter with the visa or ESTA, learning code on YouTube, that's the first line of inquiry, then yes, it is a good time to apply, regardless of what's going on in terms of enforcement. Hey, Get Fit Ale, good to see you. So it sounds like you drink this too, Alani? Is this safe? I'm assuming your channel is about fitness and maybe nutrition. I realized there was a week where I was drinking one of these every day, so I had to hold off for like a month, and I dearly missed it. And but I realized my heart was pumping a lot. It's like I was drinking 2 a day. So I'm gonna do like 1 a week, and hopefully it just lasts me for like 3 days. It's all on my mind. I just need to believe it. Hey Dale, what's going on? Hope you're doing good. Thank you for sharing all your knowledge. Let's see. Myra, your petition will be sent out soon. Okay, yeah, I thought I saw that notification in my system. You don't know why you're so nervous? You know what, Myra? What's up, Tina? Myra, I can understand. You're nervous, and I'm glad that we're here for you and your case, your pathway, your journey. But you're probably maybe one reason you're nervous because this is your first time, right? First time going through this application process. But I'm glad we're getting this going for you. Look at the caffeine and sugar count and then compare. Oh, dear Lord. Can I talk calories? Calories only 5? That's a good number. Sugar 0. Added sugar 0. That's also good numbers. Oh, but caffeine? Yeah, I want to avoid that one. Caffeine is 200 milligrams. Okay. All right, I need to compare that to coffee. It's interesting how they mention this, by the way. It says flavored with other natural flavors. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay, making sure. Momo said non-main applicant pending asylum travel with advanced parole to his home country and safe to come back. Oh, is it safe to come back? As long as you have advanced parole valid. If anyone has advanced parole valid, okay, and obviously your intended return trip back is before it expires, and you have a valid passport and no arrest, or if you do have arrest, that you have some document showing that you resolved it, or if you did have a crime but if you had an arrest or a crime, then you definitely need to talk to immigration attorney, okay? I cannot flat out just say that you're safe in a sense. 90 milligrams in a single cup of coffee and 80 in a single really only 80 in a Red Bull? Let me fact check this. Red Bull. But maybe I do need 200 milligrams of caffeine. Oh God. This one can is 355 milliliters, which, by the way, Costco does sell like a smaller version. I saw that after I bought the bigger one, of course. A Red Bull, Google tells me 111 milligrams. Yeah. Shoot. All right. Need to question my energy drink selection. All right. What else can I share with y'all? I think someone wants to join here. Joe. Let's get Joe on. I think Joe will be my last person for today. Hello, Dale. Green tea is 45. Yeah. What's going on, Joe? How can I help you?
Yeah, I did apply for my green card, like adjustable status, since 15 months. Yeah, 15 months.
Okay.
And I had an interview.
Mm-hmm.
I had an interview somewhat. Yeah, I think it was October, I think. Yeah, but they just canceled it, so I don't know what.
October. Okay, you cancel it. What's your location? Which city? Florida. Okay. I answered a similar question earlier, and the quick response is that there are some times that interviews are canceled, and it has likely nothing to do about your case. It's probably more so depending on the schedule of how many officers they might have available. Okay. I haven't seen a solid trend about USCIS canceling interviews after the shutdown happened, a couple weeks ago. But more people have been telling me about it in general here on the live show. So, but yeah, it could be either situation. All right, so just keep an eye out.
And also, I did call them. I did call them. I asked them how long after stem of start is done. They said they still have until December 2027 to make a decision case.
Oh, you're talking about your online account, right? Status online account. Which, by the way, for anyone, can anyone who has online account with USCIS, can you send me like a screenshot what yours looks like? And I'll just block out anything confidential because I need that for a video. We don't have access to that. Our systems don't show that, right? So that's why we sign up with Lawfully software, that anytime a case does actually move to the next step or even a decision, that we get an email the same day. All right. But anything related to your own account where it says expect decision in 2 weeks or 18 months, that's a damn lie, unfortunately. That's not accurate. There's no way it could be. The USCIS does not have that capacity. Okay, there's no way for them to figure out. And the easy way, if anyone wants to fact check me, I think most of you already know this, but the way is when you call the 1-800-375-5283 number, USCIS hotline, they also will not know. They will tell you that that's a glitch, essentially. It doesn't work. It's not true or not accurate. I mean, okay. So even if it says expect decision in 10 months, don't stress out about it. Is what I'm trying to say also. No need. Life is difficult already. Alrighty? Okay. All right. Wish you the best. Follow for more. Take care. I know it's super frustrating, guys. Very frustrating. But at least you know some scenarios that you need to contact our team here at Green Card Guys. Okay. So if you're new here, welcome. Go ahead and click the plus sign to follow and the bell to receive notification. Picky Pirate, remember you telling me you don't actually get the notifications. This app is probably changing every moment we're using it. Does anyone know if it officially transferred possession to Oracle? Kind of curious. Alrighty. I do have to go though. Okay. It's been cool, guys. I really appreciate your time. Thanks for hanging out and asking me questions. Always love answering questions. But at the end of the day, if you have a situation, one of those scenarios I mentioned, or anything else, and you want peace of mind, if you feel stuck, you know who to call. Not the Ghostbusters. It's the Green Card Guys. Peace out.